So we have Staff Sergeant Lauren Montoya. Did I say that right?
Yes,
okay,
you
thank
did.
goodness. I get so nervous. So we're going to talk today about the Warrior Games. They're coming to Tampa. Now, does it travel around? Is it just how? Kind of explain to everybody who doesn't know what the Warrior Games are, because I've mentioned it to people in the office and they're like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah. What is it? So kind of explain it to someone who doesn't really know.
Sure. So the Warrior Games are a Paralympic-style competition for wounded, ill, and injured service members. So it typically does travel each year. So last year it was held in Colorado Springs and the Air Force hosted. This year Special Operations Command is hosting, so it's here in Tampa. And then next year the Marines will host, and they're going to actually host out of San Antonio, Texas. So it does travel every year, and again, it's a Paralympic-style competition for wounded, ill, and injured service members, active duty and retired veteran status. This year, we're actually going to have 5 international teams that compete.
That's crazy.
As well.
You guys have grown. I know you started in 2010, about 200 people participating. You've got 300 this year, so just year over year, you're constantly growing. How many times have you participated?
So I actually participated last year in the 2018 games, and then this year will be my second year. So it was a really awesome experience. Last year, had a really great time hanging out with my teammates and then the other service athletes as well, and just getting to see everybody compete, and especially at a high level, and just seeing the how adaptive sports just kind of helps across the board of people with different disabilities, and so it's just it was a really unique experience for me. So I'm super excited to be able to do it again this year.
It's amazing, and thank you for your service. How long have you been in? You're in the Army, correct? And how long have you been serving?
So I have actually been in the Army about 8.5 years now. So joined in 2011.
Amazing. And I read that there's a ton of different, it's not just you show up and you play one game, it's different, like 14 different activities.
Yeah, so there are multiple sport disciplines throughout the duration of the game. So I believe we have 13 different sports competitions this year. We added a few extra. So I know for this year's games we have wheelchair rugby, golf, and there's a mountain bike exhibition as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
And wheelchair tennis. But it's really cool. Most athletes do kind of a wide range of sports. So I know myself, I do think 5 different sports. But it's pretty typical of athletes across the board.
Whereas like an athlete's like, just, it's okay. I'm good at this and also all these other things. I'm good at, like, you're looking at the most unathletic person that you've ever laid eyes on. So for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cool that you could do archery and then also run. That's amazing. How would you even do that? But it's just like par for the course for you.
Yeah.
So what activities are you competing in? And how did you pick what you're competing in?
So I compete in track, swimming, indoor rowing, wheelchair basketball, and seated volleyball. And that's just kind of, I got around to those sports just based off of what I've been interested in during my time doing adaptive sports. So I started off playing swimming, or doing seated volleyball and then swimming, and then as I progressed in my rehabilitation, started running, and then just picked up indoor rowing. It'll be my first year doing that.
That's the one when you said, I was like, indoor rowing. So where, I know you live locally, where do you train for that?
Kind of all over the place. So I will train on base with the gym that they have there. And then I kind of just go around South Tampa because that's where I live. And so I'll just run outside, run Bayshore a lot. And then I swim at Bobby Hicks pool.
Okay.
So they have, City of Tampa has some pretty great pools, but Bobby Hicks is what's closest to me, and it's $15 for the year. So.
I can't beat that. So is this something that we can show up to and watch?
Yeah, absolutely. The community is more than welcome to show up, watch. All of the sporting events are free, so we really encourage the community to come out and just watch and see all of these really, really great athletes compete, just to see their hard work and training pay off. And like I said, it's free to the public. So we'll be at USF, we'll be at the Convention Center, we will be at Long Aquatic Center out in Clearwater. Let's see where else. Opening and closing ceremonies will be at Amalie Arena. So
that's awesome.
So we're concentrated in the downtown area, but I mean, like I said, we'll be kind of different areas, but I just encourage everybody to come out. So
yeah, it's the Warrior Games. Staff Sergeant Montoya, thanks so much for talking and just kind of, like I said, I've seen and heard a million things about it. I haven't talked to somebody who's actually competing. So thank you for your service. Thank you for bringing this really cool event. I mean, not that you personally, not that you're the one that brought it, but I'm excited that we get to have this in Tampa. It's going to be really great. So
thanks for having me and for helping spread the message.